Hey guys, what is up? John here from FlightMyHealth.com, and today I figured, well, I should give you guys a little post-Oshkosh update. So for those of you who followed along the journey flying from Florida on up to Oshkosh, Wisconsin for Oshkosh 2019, Carli and myself flew a 172 from Florida on up there with the idea that, well, Carli had about 15-20 hours of flight instruction spread out over the course of, 12 to 14 months, like most students. It's very hard to take flight training and actually do it on a regular basis. So she had some scattered flight training here and there. We decided, hey, it's now time to actually knock it out. Let's fly to Oshkosh and back. That's going to be 30-some plus hours. That'll be plenty to get you all finished up and get you a check ride, basically, when we get back to Florida. So if you guys haven't checked out those videos, they are pretty full, unedited videos of our flights from Florida on up to Oshkosh, kind of instructional. Hopefully you guys can learn a little bit from them. Links are in the description below. But basically, we flew from Florida up to Oshkosh, got there, and all pretty good. Got to Oshkosh, and some storms blew through the very first night we were there. We had left the airplane in Appleton and asked the FBO to go ahead and tie it down for us. They said, yeah, they're going to move it and tie it down. They did move it. They, I guess, ran out of tie-down spaces, didn't tie it down, and as some of you probably already saw, we had posted some pictures before, the airplane got a little bent up. So that 172 we were flying ended up with left wingtip damage that was pretty substantial, and it also hit the prop as the airplane was tipped over by the wind, had a prop strike. Now, obviously, the engine's not running, but the way they look at those sorts of things, they still want to replace the propeller, tear down the engine, look at all that. So it gets very expensive very quickly and very time-consuming. The airplane's still going through repairs, and basically to wrap that up, the same thing happened to a couple other airplanes. Actually, Jason Shepard's airplane was also damaged. 172 parked right next to ours. Very similar damage, left wingtip. Just ours happened to get the wingtip and the prop. And then there's a few Carbon Cubs that got damaged, a few other airplanes. So it kind of went around. There's a tornado that blew through very close to the airport, or right on the airport. Really strong winds, so it is what it is. Wish they would have tied it down. But in any case, the end game of that with the insurance company was they wrote a check for $44,000. The airplane was insured for about $60,000, and so we get to keep the airplane and get the check for 44 grand, and now we are paying to get that fixed. Hopefully get the airplane flying in here soon, because it will be for Carli to finish up her license in, do some time building in along with her brother, who also needs to build some time before he can get his commercial and go be a CFI and then go to the airlines, I guess. Either way, the idea after Oshkosh was to fly and drive the truck and trailer together kind of throughout northern Michigan, throughout the Upper Peninsula, and down to the Mitten. We ended up driving just the truck and trailer because we had to leave the airplane behind for repairs, so no airplane, unfortunately. Still, really cool time at Oshkosh. Amazing event to go to. Really glad that I was able to make it there still. And despite the airplane mishap, still a fun time. And so, yeah, we went through the Upper Peninsula, headed down into Lower Michigan, did a bunch of safety seminars, did some wing seminars as we traveled through there, ended up doing about 7 safety seminars between Oshkosh and immediately after Oshkosh there, hitting a bunch of really cool airports, lots of really cool scenery throughout the UP, totally worth driving or flying around all those lighthouses and all that cool stuff up there if you guys ever get the opportunity to. Michigan's a cool place. And then as we proceeded down into the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, we were able to hit some fly-ins, some local fly-ins, and kind of get a little time to unwind post-Oshkosh, and then also found this one really cool airport with the coolest instructional tool I think I've ever seen, which was right in the back of the EAA hangar on the ramp area there. They'd actually painted a large diagram of the airport itself, and that is such a cool instructional tool to actually be able to walk out a traffic pattern with students, practice those radio calls, show them the traffic flow around the airport. Really cool setup they had there. And then we eventually made our way over towards Adrian, Michigan, rented an airplane because the goal was to get Carli at least soloed before she had to go back to school and finish up her senior year of college down in Florida, and we were able to do that. So we finally got Carli soloed in a Cessna 150. We were able to rent there from the flight school. Really cool to see her get up and fly by herself, have that accomplishment, that achievement after that whole long trip up there to Oshkosh, and then, of course, dealing with the stress of the airplane being damaged. So really neat there, and congrats to Carli. After that, we actually both ran back on the airlines down to Florida. I picked up my little 140, brought it up here to Michigan. That is a whole separate video, flying Florida up to Michigan, and link it to the video is in the description for that as well if you guys want to check that out. And we've got the 140 here in Michigan now. doing a few more safety seminars, some wing seminars in the Michigan area. Lots going on here. Basically, what we're doing between now and Sun and Fun is 100 safety seminars and 200 discovery flights. We're hitting 20 states, 10 discovery flights per state. If you guys want to get a free flight with us, whether you haven't begun flight training yet, you'd like to take a discovery flight with us for free, or maybe you already have begun flight training, but you have never flown in a tailwheel aircraft, well, we'll be passing through the area on the East Coast, doing Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, up to New York and Maine, and back down the East Coast all the way down to Florida. 20 states. The full schedule is at fly8mikealpha.com/trip. So fly8mikealpha.com/trip. The whole schedule is there. We'll be posting more as we get more stops scheduled. This is going to last all the way through Sun and Fun 2019, all these different locations. And keep a close eye out on that website there, fly8mikealpha.com/trip, as well as the Instagram page and Facebook for when we're posting our safety seminar updates of where we're going to be at, doing those wing seminars. Hopefully you guys can make it to them. The topics that we're talking about are mostly basically a summary of all the mistakes we made last year, flying from Alaska down to Florida and back, all the things we messed up, and showing you where we went wrong, and hopefully you guys won't make the same mistakes if you choose to do a trip like that, or just general things like flying in bad weather, VFR and IMC, high density altitude stuff, anything mechanical issues. So yeah, all the mistakes that we made on that trip and other mistakes I've made throughout my flying career, trying to share that with you guys, so hopefully you don't make the same ones. And so hopefully we'll see you on the road at one of those safety seminars, or see you on the road at some of those stops when we're doing discovery flights at those various airports. If you guys want to apply for a discovery flight to be eligible for that, go online to fly8mikealpha.com/trip. There's a link at the bottom of the page. Fill that out with your name and your information there, and then we will be doing drawings. We'll draw 10 people from each state to give away 10 flights per state. Helping kind of grow the GA community, trying to give back a little bit, and ultimately get a chance to fly with all you guys. So super excited for the trip. Lots to come. Super busy travel plans ahead of us right now. Well, tomorrow is going to be up to Canada, and then after Canada, it's jump on an airliner, go up to Alaska for a few days, then come back, move the truck and trailer and airplane onto Cleveland, where we have safety seminars and discovery flights scheduled for that area, and then from there on up to, I believe, Niagara Falls area, Rochester, and then rent a car, drive to Ohio, pick up a 4-place airplane, fly that down to Texas, pick up a brand new airplane that we'll be taking delivery of, that we will be telling you guys a lot more about coming here soon, and flying that brand new airplane from Texas out to Page, Arizona, through Monument Valley, through Lake Powell and Glen Canyon, through the Grand Canyon, through Death Valley, eventually up to Reno for the High Sierra fly-in, just north of Reno there, and then flying it back across the Continental Divide, around Utah, Colorado, Kansas, on back towards Niagara Falls, where we will resume our East Coast travels, and that takes us all the way into November. So stay tuned, fly8mikealpha.com/trip. Tons going on. Logistically, it's crazy, and I still have a ton of video editing to do. Everything on this channel, on the Flight Training channel, is pretty up to date. It is late September 2019, almost October 2019, that we're actually making this video here, so we're pretty up to date here. The vlog channel, if you guys watch that as well, just the regular Fly at Mike Alpha vlog channel, a little bit behind. I think we're running, a few months behind there, so going to get back on that. Really try to do some more video editing here, but just want to give you guys the update, where we're at, what's going on. Fly8mikealpha.com/trip. Check it out. That is the up-to-date schedule where we're going to be. Hope to see you at the safety seminars. Hopefully, if you guys haven't flown already, we will be the ones to give you your very first discovery flight in a tailwheel aircraft. We'll get you everything you need to become a student pilot. So you guys know what to do. Like the video if you do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the website, and hopefully, not only will we see you in the next video, we will see you on the road in our travels 2019 and 2020.